Who are you?
Brian Oblivion from Colts.
Brian, who else is in Cults? Could you please introduce them?
Nathan D. Aguilar, Madeline S. Fallen, Gabriel S. Rodriguez, and Mark Jaron Doriso.
Cults, welcome to Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada.
Woo. Thank you.
Thanks.
Now, you've made it. You've made it.
We have.
You touched Susan Boyle.
We did touch Susan Boyle.
And she felt good.
Or did she touch you? What happened? Explain, please.
You know that. We were eating in the same restaurant as her, and I would normally never go up and say hi to a celebrity, but that was like the one person that I was like, I have to say something.
How do you initiate touch with Susan Boyle?
You compliment her mustache.
And then the touch comes.
Yeah. We had just signed our record deal like a couple weeks earlier, and then our people who worked our label were there, and they're like, hey, they just signed to Sony too. Like, we're on the same label. And she walked up to Madeline. And she goes, oh, are you ill, darling? Like, she was like, don't sign to this label. She's so depressed.
I had a fever.
Yeah.
Cults signed to Sony. #1. You've made it.
We've made it.
But #1 too. You've made it. You've played Hendrix's piano.
Yes, back in the day. Jeez. He played it too.
How that was years ago. That's crazy.
Could you please explain Hendrix's piano?
Well, we had a friend that was recording there at Electric Ladyland, and we would go and hang out, and while they were busy working, we would go and play the piano, goof around as much as we could, and it was great.
You were named after a Canadian.
Yes, Brian Oblivion from Videodrome.
But I don't really...
Debatable whether he's actually Canadian or not.
Well, Cronenberg is.
Yes.
So it's Canadian.
Yeah.
So he is Canadian, no matter what.
Yes, he is Canadian. But I wanted you to be named after another Oblivion, the important Oblivion. I have a gift here for you. I wanted you to be named after...
Oh, Jack Oblivion.
That's why I want you to be Jack Oblivion.
Yeah, he's on Fat Possum, right? I want to meet this guy. All the members of his band are called the Oblivions, so, I mean, if he wants me to come in and rip a solo, man, I don't know how to play solos, but I'll try.
Well, this is a gift for you, and it's got the download code as well, so you can explore.
Yay.
So did you think anything about the Oblivions at all? Come on, you got to give some ode to the Oblivions.
I do. They're my spiritual family, I mean, I was digging... He's got an A in there, though, so that's the difference.
Oh, you're swift.
Yeah, I know. If he had an anarchy sign around it, then I'd be knocking down his door.
You can check it out, the Oblivions.
Sign me up.
And remember, the Oblivions sold their guitar to the White
Stripes.
Yes, the airline. That was the airline guitar, so it all comes back. So have you guys got anything from the White Stripes at all? What have you sold to the White Stripes? Are there any connections between Cults and White Stripes at all?
One time we went to the Third Man record store, and we were walking out, and we were all wearing our pajamas, and he happened to be pulling in, and...
He was riding a Mercedes-Benz, blasting country music, and he gave us this look like, who are these pieces of shit coming out of my store?
Really upset
I
because...
looked like I was from Florida that day. I had like my hair in a bun on top of my head, and I was like,
Pajamas?
My
It
pajamas.
was really early. We were just finishing a tour, and our sound man was being dropped off there. So yeah, it was.
I was wearing my plaid kimono, and it was just, I didn't think that he would see me in my plaid kimono, but he did.
This band right here that relates to you, Mr. Youth Gone.
Oh my.
There he is.
Wild. You've gone mad.
Youth Gone Mad. What can you tell the people about your dad's band, your stepdad's band?
And Youth Gone Mad. They're the best. I sang on a record with them once. Wow, he's going to be really happy that you have this.
Well, I love the record because it's got the song Crime Wave 88. Have you heard that?
Right, 88.
I call it Crime Wave 88.
You can call it whatever we want.
I love that. Actually, I've always thought it...
88.
I've been listening to it since 88 and always thought it was Crime Wave. Oh my God, but I love the tune. Have you ever thought of covering anything by Youth Gone Mad?
I actually have. I've actually been thinking about that lately, doing a live cover at the show. Is everybody down with
I've
that?
been wanting to cover Binky's Party.
Yeah.
Party's a great track.
Okie Dogs.
Okie Dogs.
That would be the song we would cover.
Nardwuar, we have a present for you.
We wanted to get you gifts.
Just
Oh,
in
thank you.
you ever need anything,
It's pretty scary on the streets of Vancouver, so we got you a knife.
this has all kinds of things. It has can opener, scissors, fish scaler, which we've never seen before, and we thought that you might be interested in something like that.
Oh, I love fish. Thank you so much. This is awesome.
There's only one rule with the knife, though. Don't show it to somebody unless you're going to stick it in their eye.
Yeah,
I
never
agree.
bring it out unless you're going to use it.
Where did you guys pick this up?
Well, just around the corner. It's a Vancouver original.
A Vancouver gift.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's got another one for you.
And also, I feel really, I've always wanted to, ever since I first started, listening to Nardwuar, I just wanted to, I wanted you to have this Terminator 2. My grandfather had it in his pocket all throughout World War I, and I thought that you might like that.
Oh, thank you so much. And this is a connection to Vancouver, too, because right over there to stage right is where I actually did an interview with Arnie
Schwartzo.
I didn't ask him about T2, but now if I ever get another chance, thank you. Cults, this is so nice of you to give to. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
More. We found this on the street, and we thought of you and how much you love Martin Lawrence in his most famous role in Blue Streak.
I have done any Martin Lawrence interviews, and if you will in the future.
No, this is going to motivate me to do some research. Thank you, Cults. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cults, has Bandcamp thanked you at all?
No, and they actually started forcing us to charge people. They were like, oh well, you've hit this many downloads, so starting on this date, you have to charge people, and we take a percentage of it.
Yeah.
So we
Fuck Bandcamp. That was bullshit.
Because you've given them a lot of press, haven't you?
Oh, I know, and they wouldn't even let us give our songs away for free. That's why we had to start charging for them, because it would have cost us $75 for every 1,000 downloads. I'm not going to pay for people to get it for free. I'll give it to them.
It's wild though, because Lily Allen, you're signed to her label, and she made MySpace, didn't she? She was one of the first artists to get signed big time to MySpace.
True, yeah.
And she signs you, one of the first artists to make it big on Bandcamp, but you don't think Bandcamp's going to be around for much longer?
I don't know. I mean, they got kind of wacky
Not if we
on
have
us,
anything
but
to do
we're
with it.
shutting our Bandcamp down. All that stuff we said is not. We don't believe it anymore. No, but really, we do like Bandcamp.
Another quote. Gabe is now 8 minutes late. Madeline says he's acting like a shithead piece of shit. I concur.
Yeah, it's very typical of Gabe to be 8 minutes late,
I was 8 minutes
Oh,
late.
we were about to catch a flight.
I don't remember
And
this.
we stayed up all night, and it was like 5 o'clock in the morning, and we were waiting for you.
Oh,
and there was a
I
car
don't remember.
He's typically
I was
late.
obviously Yeah. I have a very busy schedule. Thank you.
Where were you going? And do you often act like that? I love that quote. A shithead piece of shit.
I say that quote a lot, actually. I
They
think.
want a shithead, fuckhead bitch.
Yeah.
It's only to the people that she really loves, though. It's only to her close friends.
Yeah. Sort of.
What about the Humberto's taco shop?
Those. I've never been to any of those.
I don't
That's in Golden Hill. What do you think about Golden Hill?
We didn't.
great.
Yeah, Golden Hill's great, but we're from the North County, the suburbs,
From North County. I'm from Golden Hill area, but I've never been to.
Those may have been where I got jumped on my birthday. On my
Yeah, that's true.
Did-
Yeah, that on his
Where
birthday.
I got in a car accident on your birthday?
Same place.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
it's a bad place. Stay away from there. Bad
How
stuff.
did you?
Gabe started eyeing this prostitute, and this pimp got really pissed off and ran his car into us, and the doors fell off.
That's not true. That's not true.
I have the car bill to prove it.
That's not true. That's not true.
He was. It did happen, sort of like that.
No, there was a smoke bomb involved, and that it was my 21st birthday actually. Wasn't my fault.
Colts, winding up here, you were featured in the New York Times.
Yes, I'm aware of this.
Now, when you get media done, do you know how it's going to turn out at all, Madeline?
No, you have no idea. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. You might splice it up, You never have any idea.
Right, like, for instance, in the New York Times, I'm going to quote back your article from the New York Times. Quote, Brian is wearing a Tom Ford sweater, $990.
That was a misquote.
Well, it continues on here. Madeline is wearing a Burberry vest, $1,995.
But did you get down even further?
Yes, and she is wearing a Valentino dress, $5,900.
Are you wearing that?
And they had me laying on the ground in this outfit, in the dirt.
But did you have any idea that the prices would be listed underneath when you did the photo shoot?
What I was even wearing. So it could have been from a thrift store for all I knew. They just gave me a rack of clothes and they were like, which one do you want to wear? And I was like, oh, they kind of force you, to wear
The prices were kind of shocking, weren't they?
Yeah, right. If I knew they were worth that much, I would have just ran away.
Lastly, another gift, some Lesley Gore Canadian issue.
Hey, thank you. Canadian edition.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
What can you tell me about the obsession with Lesley Gore?
I don't know. I just love her. I have a girl crush. Well, she is lesbian, so maybe we can make it happen.
That's part of the whole thing, mystique with her, is that a lot of her songs, she was a lesbian when that wasn't culturally acceptable, and she has all these songs like "You Don't Own Me" and like "That's the Way Boys Are," and like at the same time as they're like cute little statements, they're like little they're kind of anti-guy.
I used to actually hate it when I was little. Like I just hated like going to like parties when I was 6 and hearing like "It's my party." I was like, oh, that song! Don't ever play that song again. And then I think I rediscovered it the end of high school and just.
She's kind of like the first Riot Girl.
Yeah.
And now you're getting 7 inches.
Canadian
issue. Lastly here, Cults, what are the tricks of sneaking into Coachella?
Oh, I don't know. Paying people off, climbing fences. You know, I mean, it was a few years.
Roll in with a van. You have to roll into the artist entry.
Yeah, we've done it a few years, but
Looking like you're in a
looking like you're in the band and just pulling into the parking lot in your van and driving in and not saying anything, just being like, yeah, we play at 4.
And you did that the other year?
Oh, I didn't do that year. I wasn't there that year, but the year before we snuck in by paying some security guards off and running through somebody's backyard. I don't know. It was tough, but we made it.
Well, thanks so much, Cults. Anything else you want to add to the people out there at all?
We love you, Nardwuar.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you for the gift.
Thank you. We were trying to find golf balls or something, but we couldn't find them anywhere.
No, I love the gifts. Thanks so much. It's so nice of you. Well, keep on rocking in the free world and do-do-do-do.
Poo-poo.